recorded in front of a live studio audience in Los Angeles, California.
Dude, check this out, man. Look at this.
Whoa, dude, check what I got.
What? Man, we're wrestling guys, and at the wrestling guy store,
You can be too.
The Wrestling Guy Store, located at 6085 State Street, Huntington Park, California, is 5 miles west of the Commerce Casino.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 2 of episode 51 here on Circle Debate. So, yes, I want to go ahead and discuss the Impact Rebellion coming up this Sunday. One thing what caught everybody's attention, it was never mentioned on it. I mean, it was mentioned more on Impact than AEW. I mean, think about it, this is title versus title, but it was never mentioned on AEW at all for the last 2 to 3 weeks. I have not heard anything from Impact mentioning that their title's at risk going to another organization. And they haven't mentioned it. All they're mentioning is their regular TV show, and that's it. Kind of strange, right? But then we did get a response. Tony Khan said, we'll address that after Rebellion and see what happens. That's based on Tony Khan's words when he was asked that question during the press conference for it. And also goes for Scott D'Amore, said the same thing. They'll discuss about that after. So let me go break down the card. And this is an interesting card, too. It is this Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, as well. So we have, of course, Kiera Hogan, Fire and Flavor, Kiera Hogan, Tasha Steele defending the Impact Women's Tag Team titles against Jordynne Grace. And we found out who her mystery partner was, and that is Rachel Ellering. That's right. The daughter of Paul Ellering. That's right. That's right.
Bit part of the whole Road Warriors history.
Oh yeah, we're seeing a reunion. Deonna Purrazzo, Rachel Ellering. All you're missing is Chelsea Green, and that's your reunion. What they had on NXT. That's a group. I'm glad she's back too from injury, so I'm looking forward to seeing her back in action, especially in Impact. And also we have Chris Sabin, Eddie Edwards, James Storms, and Willie Mack as they team up going against Violent by Design, against Eric Young, Rhino, Diener, and Joe Doring. So that's going to be an interesting 8-man tag. Also, we have Trey Miguel versus Sami Callihan. That's another interesting one. The one that I do want to see is this one, though. Of course, Matt Cardona versus Brian Myers. We finally get to see these individuals one-on-one.
Long Island.
IC versus a one-eye best wrestler technical in the ring. And also we have for the X Division title, we have a triple threat match. That is, of course, your X Division champion Ace Austin defending against Josh Alexander and TJP. I'm looking forward to seeing how that match is going to be. And I love Ace Austin, man. But but Josh Alexander and TJP, incredible matches they've been putting by far in Impact. So this is going to be interesting. Who's going to walk out as the X Division champion? Of course, you do have the Impact Women's Champion, the Knockouts Women's Champion, as Deonna Purrazzo defending it against It's All About Me, Tenille Dashwood. So, I mean, this is a different, are we seeing Tenille going face here, or what's going on? Like, she's always been the heel, but first time face, all right. Then we have, of course, the Impact Tag Team Champions being defended. Finn Juice, of course, David Finlay, of course, and Finn Juice Robinson versus the Good Brothers against Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. In the main event, title versus title, winner takes all, and that is for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, the Impact World Championship, and the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Rich Swann versus Kenny Omega. And also to mention that Mauro Ranallo will be announcing that main event. So
Mamma mia.
So
he finally gets to cuss.
Yeah. I think definitely pay-per-view. He's able to damn cuss. That is for sure. So I mean, Matt Callis, this is your show. Are you excited? And for this Sunday, and what are you excited about the whole card? Talk to me, man.
Greater than Gotch, greater than Flair. a god amongst insects, the god of professional wrestling. Rich Swann, I'll tell you one thing that you will hear at the end of the match. One wing angel, one wing angel, one wing angel.
And
on, I gotta do it again.
okay, here we go.
One wing angel, one wing angel.
Putting Don Callis glasses, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, so I don't. But overall, what about the rest of the matches? Are you intrigued the rest of the card?
My God, DJP, and then of course we're getting that rematch because it was so cool seeing those Impact titles in New Japan. You know, especially when it was David Finlay versus Jay White.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's a very, like, if we were doing our match of the week earlier, I would have given that my match of the week. Ooh, that got me right here. David Finlay versus Jay White. My God, that was like, so that was. I kind of wish I saw that. Like they should have a rematch in Impact. I'd be down for more of that. Some more of solo David Finlay. And he's got a cool theme song on his own.
Yeah,
maybe they should use that as tag team song. Man, I'm coughing. I'm coughing at how awesome it is.
He's
He can't
coughing.
contain himself.
He can't contain himself. He's too excited. Coughing excellence right there. Coughing
Excellence.
And
That's how powerful. The
coughing
god amongst insects.
Spreading the excellence.
Yes,
Yeah.
with the next level consciousness. He's spreading.
Next level consciousness.
Oh man, Money Mike, are you excited for this Sunday's pay-per-view and the whole card?
Of course, yes, absolutely. I haven't looked forward to a Impact pay-per-view since Hard to Kill, right? You know, it just goes to show just this whole crossover thing going on. It's growing. You know, I feel like people don't realize how the steps are being taken slowly but surely. Right now, it started with just a match, a tag team match, right? It's now this, and it's gonna keep growing. It's gonna keep pacing up, and hopefully it delivers us that WrestleMania level pay-per-view between all these promotions. How cool would that be? But that's then. This is now. Of course, the main event. You got Omega, Swan. What more do you want? You know, winner take all, right? And I'll say this. You know, Morrow is commentating, but also for the first time ever, an AEW referee will be officiating the match, right?
Oh, that's right. Oh, what?
Yeah.
What? Wait a minute. Where do you get the what? What's up with that? Wait a minute.
So this is a small project that I'm working on, and I will be featuring it in the near future. So there you go.
Oh,
It's
shit.
a little project I'm making. More on that later. But yes, Ref Aubrey is going to be there officiating the match. So that's going to be pretty cool. And it's coming together. The next level consciousness.
Next level consciousness.
Yes, to the second power.
To the second power.
Oh, yes, absolutely, Don. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to everything else that happens. So yeah, thumbs up. The whole card itself, Cardona and
Brian Myers.
I keep thinking his
Hawkins. I know you're going for Hawkins, but
yes,
no.
yes. Yes, I keep thinking Hawkins.
Knockouts championship match and
championship.
One Wing Angel.
And of course, TJP is awesome, you know, in his matches. Yeah, overall, great card. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it. And then I'll see Impact as well when Moose told Rich Swann, man, you better not lose those titles.
Yep.
You lose those titles, you're going to suffer the consequences with me. Like, ooh. I like how Moose, this promo, man. I wish Moose was involved in this fucking title match, but I get it. Maybe they're saving it for later. You never know.
Revenge match in AEW at Double or Nothing.
That's what if you go back on the archives, in the archives, people. Yes, I did mention that I did think Kenny Omega is going to win both titles, and he is going to hold on to them for a little bit, but that somebody from Impact is going to have to beat him for it, elevating that person, elevating the titles at Impact, and that somebody from Impact can and will beat someone from AEW. And I think that's going to be Moose.
There you go. It could be Moose. You heard it here first. Once again, a courtesy reminder. Make sure you subscribe and go back to the archives. Look for that. Look for that. Telling you. All right. So now let's move on. I want to move very briefly because since we want to talk about New Japan USA, just New Japan as of late. I want Mr. Don Calles to give everybody the update. So what's going on with this road to Don Taku? I mean, the reason why I'm not very much intrigued, and I'll be straightforward. It's just the same fucking main event of all time. I know because they don't have much people to work with because the roster is small, and I completely understand, and I get it why they're doing it. But it's, by the way, how it looks so far, I mean, I already seen 4 nights of it already. I mean, yeah, 4 nights. Yeah, I saw 4. But it's great matches, not but it's. I want to know what's next. What do you feel that is coming up?
Whenever it's not a pay-per-view or a G1 Climax, the matches in New Japan are just kind of filler for the fans. The group tags are just kind of a way for you to see previews of stuff that's to come. So it's usually like the tournament finales and the pay-per-views are the 2 that you want to see.
Okay. Yes, definitely.
But the other big things to include for New Japan is you said like they're working with a small roster, but don't forget those the young lions. One of the main things they do is that all they have to do is elevate a young lion, and then they've got a bigger roster. Like that's kind of like why you have somebody like Master Wato with his blue hair.
Yeah,
kind of like he was a young lion until recently, and then we have all these young lions in the United States. Carl Fredericks, Clark Connors, who Mi Gente, builds up as his personal favorite out of the bunch. And we're gonna see a lot out of Clark Connors. He's gonna blow us away.
Oh man, I can't wait either. I think the one who's gonna be more we've been saying this for quite some time, is Gabriel Kidd. I think he's next. Kidd. He's another one that is upcoming. I mean, we say Hanaro was about his time, and then him joining Empire, great, which is a great move. Gabriel Kidd is another one that I feel that is about his time to be out of those black trunks and be his own, not his own now. I think. That's how I feel about him. I don't know.
I want to try that kimchi pork stew that they eat at the Young Lions house. Like I watched that video of how they live.
Oh yeah, that looks good. By the way, it does look good.
They're just all kicking it there at the Young Lions house in Long Beach. We'll knock on the door, give us some of that stew. But overall, I think in the coming Wrestling Dontaku has a lot of history. That's where I believe AJ Styles either first won or first lost the IWGP Heavyweight Championship there.
I think he lost it. I believe.
Yeah, to Tanahashi. Wrestling Dontaku. And Jeff Jarrett had the Bullet Club, like first officially joined the Bullet Club, making him the first person in history to be both a part of NWO and Bullet Club. I think one of the only people in history to be part of those 2 organizations. Double J.
Oh yeah, and also wanted to mention, since we're on New Japan subject, that even Tamatanga told Moxley, man, hey, looks like you need some help over there, buddy, with the Elite.
There we go.
Oh, can we get the Gorillas of Destiny, the OG Bullet Club, just come over there and just, Civil War we've been saying for quite some time already.
I've been wanting to see it. They even I think Tamatanga even shared it on his Instagram. He had like, oh yeah, this is how the Bullet Club Civil War started. And it was like the Boston Massacre, but he just glued his faces on the British. And it has Kenny Omega and Hangman Page like as the Americans. It's like, yep, that's exactly how it happened.
I can see that happening. Definitely, I can see that happening. Another thing I wanted to mention, we forgot to mention on Wrestling News. Man, that someone got put on the spot today too. I mean, come on, the trash bags to Mickey James. Oh, here's your welcome care package. Thank you very much for being employed with us. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Yeah, thanks, Vince. Oh, then she got the reply. Stephanie McMahon, I'm so embarrassed this happened. We let this individual go right after, immediately, effective immediately. We apologize. The same Triple H. We never treat our former employees this type of matter. We attended to the matter by releasing this individual who, did this, sending the package out in, this type of unprofessional matter. Well, can we apologize? Blah, blah. I don't buy it. I'm sorry. I don't buy it.
McMahon's being McMahon's like usual.
Yeah. I heard that Mark Carano is the guy that was let go because of this, or that they put the blame on him. So it has not been confirmed yet.
Scapegoat.
But as of this point,
yeah, go ahead.
As of this point, that's what I'm hearing from two different sources, that Mark Carano was the guy that was responsible for it.
I hope it was
fired.
If it was him, then I'm saying this right now. Oh, no, wait. You're absolutely right.
Oh, there you go.
There you have it.
You don't think he could be a scapegoat?
No, because now you leave. Hey, I'm fully now in charge of talent relations. Son of a bitch.
He staged it. Laurinaitis freaking sent that shit. I don't know. But I mean, the good thing is Mickey James gets to be with her husband. She should go straight to NWA Power and kind of like be a part of that division. She'd be great to elevate it, and then her and her husband, she could join the heel faction with her husband. And they could all be one big happy family, and they could kick it with us in LA. So Aldis and Mickey James.
Wonderful.
Hardcore country.
Great. Great.
More great news.
Yeah. This is why we don't really report the main roster, ladies and gentlemen.
Gosh.
Yeah, now you're gonna have MC. We should fire people power. Let him go. Oh my God. I guess he's a dumbass too. Why would you do that to anyways? Why would you?
I didn't like having to watch it just to know. Like, if you guys have seen me in previous episodes, like me pretending to care about main roster.
It's like I feel like Zack Ryder when he got kicked in the nuts when People Power got full control of the entire roster. That's what this feels like right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Yeah, that
we're gonna have kid-friendly programming, for everybody. All kinds of kid-friendly programming. Definitely People Power stuff,
But yeah, that's the news.
You could bring your toddler to the show. It'll be great for everybody.
Yeah, this is bad. But it's karma. Karma, right? Karma is a biatch. So remind you to all your employers that are listening and watching Circle Debate, to make sure you treat your employees with the utmost respect, even your former employees, and make sure you send them like a nice care package of your stuff, fold it up. Here you go. Not in a fucking paper plastic bag. No. Shit like this will get you fired. So you don't want to. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Now let's jump into NXT. All right, NXT. Of course. Let me talk to you, baby. Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you.
That's right, with LA Knight.
Light up shoes, baby. Dummy. Yeah.
What a great opening match with him and Dexter, even though it was a funny one because, of course, we see the handprints hand, of course, Indy Hartwell and Dexter Lumis. By the way, I want to give credit to NXT again, second week in a row. High rates in the rating, 840,000. Wow, that's not bad. Almost 900,000 viewers. I believe they were like a third, fourth in the demographics. Not bad at all. I'm happy for them. And like I said, Mike made an excellent point when before this all happened, that Now you're on your own. Let's see who does good. And it looks like they're both doing very well. Nobody's actually doing bad. Even Impact is not doing bad either. So this was a great idea for them to separate each other in that, that route. Yeah.
No more competing for that small piece of the pie. We could all just watch wrestling on its designated nights.
Yeah, except Monday nights, we can watch Elevation better than other 3 hours piece of shit. I rather see 2.5 hours of Elevation with upcoming stars sitting 3 hours of the same matches over and over and over and over with the same storyline.
At this point, I'd rather watch Young Rock instead of Raw.
Yeah, especially that. But that's on Tuesdays, right?
Oh yes, my bad.
There you go.
Got my days mixed up.
I know, right? But see, you already see Dark Elevation, man. You already just see that on YouTube.
I do miss watching SmackDown on Thursdays instead of Fridays.
Oh, those were the days.
Those were the days. I think
on UPN, and I get to watch the Parkers right after. Or I get to either the Parkers or Girlfriends. And then what was it? There was a claymation show. It was like, let's go on the road. We're off now. We're flying. We're still not denying we're anywhere but home. Right after SmackDown.
Yeah, I love it.
Claymation shows.
I remember Seinfeld coming out right after SmackDown.
It still does now on Channel 13 to this day.
Huh.
Yeah, like right after, of course, it still comes out.
As a teenager, I would say, oh, here comes that boring show. Because it looked boring at the time, but that's neither here nor there.
And then you watch the Soup Nazi episode, and you're like, oh shit, no soup for you.
No soup for you.
No soup for you.
But yes, talk to me, Money and Mike. How was that opening match for you for the LA Knight, Dexter Lumis, and of course the handprint with the Indy Hartwell situation? What's going on with this storyline, man? How are you intrigued with this by far?
So far, I'm intrigued. I can say, I want to see where this goes, and that's the appeal of it, isn't it? That you don't get the whole pie right away. You get, sorry for the pun there, but yes, you get a piece of the pie, but it makes you want to get the whole thing. Are we still talking about pie?
We're talking about the people's strudel.
There you go. No, bad Matt. No strudel for you. No,
the people's.
Oh my god!
He does not elbow the strudel.
Oh,
there's way too much elbows. There's way too much shoulder dances tonight, guys.
Oh my god!
I know.
I am high.
He was just talking about apple strudel. Come on. I guess it's not good for diabetes,
Hey, I know.
Either way, cool way to start the show. LA Knight is winning me over weekend after weekend. So, yeah, cool stuff.
Talk to them, Matt. Talk to them.
Let me talk to you. And I'll say, it was we get to see these two former NWA athletes go at each other. Was it a little bit of U.S. title picture action back when they were both going for that national U.S. championship back and then, because Dexter Lumis was in that tournament at the NWA anniversary, and then of course Eli Drake had all of his time at NWA Power going, everybody's definitely excited to see that. Well, overall, it was a good match to further establish Eli Drake kind of what he once was, the former Impact champion, former tag team champion for NWA. He has a lot of great titles under his belt. He's competed in Noah. He's competed in Impact, and I want to see some more. I want to see him win some more matches, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life.
There you go. I love it. Hell yeah. I love that. And of
Too
course,
much shoulder dances.
Of course, this match was. I think there's not much to talk about. We already know kind of where it's going. And I'm talking about with the grizzly young veterans, soon to be recognized to be NXT Tag Team Champions. Of course, beating Breezango. I feel bad for Breezango. They only had a short title run. They didn't have it for too long, and now they're I mean, I hate. I'm fucking.
I gotta say, it was a very British match, I must say.
No pun intended, right?
Yeah.
I feel bad for Fandango. Period. You know, you had your win against Jericho. You got Fandangoing. Da-da. Come on, everybody. Da, 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 da. There you go. It took the world by storm, and now you're losing in NXT. You know, so I don't know.
Well, at least he was at least they were tag team champions. I still said it like a while back, and they slept on them on SmackDown when they were getting the hype. They were getting the hype. They could have beaten the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. They should have.
Opportunity.
Yep. They could have just elevated them more because people were intrigued of the fashion files. They were really intrigued of everything, just their characters overall. Him being, Tyler Breeze being the janitor, and of course being the Fandango being the cop giving tickets everywhere for being too cute or being too sexy or whatever it was.
Right.
Oh,
it should be against the law, I'd say.
That's right, Matt. Gonna be against the law, man. Especially for you cutie pies, for the cutie pies, the QT Marshalls. But yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about in this one. I mean, you talk to me, Matt. Do you feel like
Let me talk to you.
There's really much to talk about, right?
No, it was a very British match, like I said.
All right, and then now let's go with the debut of Sarray versus Zoe Starks. I want to say one thing, for sure. Like, I'm gonna give credit where credit's due, and that's to Lacey Ryan, who is known as Zoe Stark. People are not familiar with Lacey Ryan. She was a former from Future Stars, and from FSW from Vegas, Future Stars of Wrestling. She was also in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, Championship Wrestling from Memphis. So she's a West Coast native girl, and I'm really happy that they gave her this opportunity and giving her that and gaining the trust. Look, we're bringing this new person from Japan. Can you work with her? Absolutely. And she took it. And it was an incredible, great debut for Sarray. But even though there wasn't much, but I feel like this is just the beginning of what she's going to do next. So I am going to let Mr. MGC take over on this one. Please. Give the people some knowledge here about this individual.
Spit some knowledge.
Sendai is I guess she's from Tokyo, but she wrestled in Sendai because the organization's called Sendai Girls. One of the things that blew me the most away about her is that, like, most of the time you see a Joshi, she's either going to be doing, very fast like martial arts moves or high flyer stuff or something in the like. But Sarray, she was doing power moves. She was doing throws. You wouldn't expect that from somebody who's only 5 feet, but she did like a suplex. She threw her over, it's like she did like she does big man moves on ladies bigger than her. Mm-hmm. So I was blown away seeing her finisher as that, like, it's like kind of like a sideways suplex. She just lifts her up from her legs and throws her over her head. I'm like, geez, I was not expecting that at all, Like, she definitely has fast maneuvers, and she has her ways of, like, her and Maki Ito are the same size, keep in mind. But they both, like, because of their personality, because of their character and the way they work, very different movesets, very different sets of skills, So there's even a four-way match where you get to see that happen, like Aja Kong versus it was Aja Kong and I think Ryo Mizunami versus Maki Ito and Sarray in this one special match, and it was pretty mind-blowing. But she's won tournaments, she's won championships, she's been like underdog, and over in Japan it's been news for a minute. They even called her, like, when it was already announced that she was going to WWE, they would have I think one of her names under the title was like WWE Countdown Sarray. So
oh yeah, I know she's gonna be truly missed, but I'm hoping for the best.
Back.
Yeah, definitely.
Those doors could be open.
If the forbidden doors could be open.
Yeah,
right?
Everybody just going it back and forth.
Right, exactly. Money Mike, were you impressed with her debut?
Yes, for my first time seeing her, and honestly, you can't just say everything in just one match, right? So, I have yet to check out all the highly decorated championships and tournaments that she's won, right? Her reputation precedes her, so I'm sure she's going to do great things in NXT. And I've heard here and there on Facebook of people saying, "Oh, she's not going to be as successful as Asuka or Kairi Sane." She's not them. She's her own person,
Very different move set.
Thank you very
right?
much.
So just see where this goes, right? Absolutely. So and it's great. At the same time, it's great that there are the doors have been opened for Asian women to be successful with championships in WWE, right? So I see a huge amounts of potential there, and let's see where it goes. Sky's the limit.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, and 100% that they should not really compare to Io Shirai or Kairi Sane or Asuka. Like they're all individuals.
Yeah, all of them are so distinct from each other,
Definitely.
style wise. But I'd say Sarray is probably the most different in terms of move set. So like I'd probably maybe compare I'd say with the suplexes, you could give some Kurt Angle comparisons or some just more like when you think of wrestlers with her style of more or less, and maybe a little bit more kicks.
Yeah, you know what? But Saray's more like your technical Japanese strong style. If you
That too.
You get me? But you're Kurt Angle of Japan type of way.
Mm-hmm.
You get me, right? Like, 'cause she has those offset moves, which because courtesy, of course, we have remind everyone here, ladies and gentlemen, that we here Circle Debate also do.
Inoki even endorsed her too. So
yeah, right here. We give people knowledge. You see, Don Senor Calles here knowledge with everything.
Next level consciousness. Come with an open cup.
Exactly. With an open cup. With open
empty cup.
There's refills.
Yeah.
There's refills.
I got
for the information that we're about to give you.
50 cents after the third one, though.
Yeah, 50 cents after the third one.
But yes, I mean, overall,
bottomless drinks.
Right here, baby. But overall, I mean, I'm happy for her 100%. And I cannot wait what the future awaits for her in NXT. But I still want to ask you guys, I mean, even though I digress about Zoe Stark, I know, do you guys feel the same? Or what do you feel about her future? I mean, she's been having good matches as of late. So, I mean, shit. Money Mike, you tell me about that one.
Yeah, WWE doesn't hire slouches at this point, especially in NXT. So, and I don't see that there. NXT is very cutthroat at this point, I feel, in the way of you have to be sharp. You have to be on top of your game, especially on TV. And yeah, I see great things in her future too.
Yeah. Do you agree too, Matthew Steamboat?
She's tough as a $2 steak, like JR always says. Zoe Stark, even Io Shirai says she's tough. Everybody, I think she should be kind of. I wonder if she's gonna be in that hardcore Holly role of just being that like ass beater. I wish there was like a women's never open weight title that could be on Zoe Stark.
Dude, we've been saying this for a while. NXT.
Yeah, and we won't stop saying it until we see it.
Yes.
Women's Intercontinental title.
Yes. Make it an NXT Diamonds Women's Championship.
We will not stop until we see that title.
Mm-hmm.
We believe.
There's a lot of women that they need titles.
It's because we believe.
Women's North American Championship? Yeah, something. Give it to them.
We believe that it can happen. So that's what we want. I mean, shit. I mean, you brought already the NXT tag titles. Might as well make an Intercontinental for it. And that'll be exclusive to NXT, not to the main roster. No. All right. But by far, we've been seeing a lot of these segments of Mercedes Martinez now getting on the title, trying to get the title run picture. Oh, wait, I forgot one thing to add, too. We did see Toni Storm attacking, Zoe Stark right after the match. Okay, now this one I am kind of intrigued. Tony Storm, Zoe Starks. That's a feud coming up, and then this great,
Sorry.
and then or Saturday, yeah, she's gonna get involved somehow, some way too.
Tony Storm has a history of facing Joshi girls.
Yes,
She has her history in Stardom.
yeah. Speaking of that, you know who I feel should be in NXT, and this is a bold statement for me to say this because she left Stardom, she did not resign. Who else than other than Bea Priestley? Oh, you didn't see that one coming, huh, Matt? You didn't see that one coming.
It depends because, I guess the AEW women's division might be busy because they don't have that many belts. They don't have a tag team
They let her
title.
go. She was part of
Yeah.
AEW, but they let her go.
I think, whatever she did in Japan, so B. Priestley, she could make the comeback, I think the only thing is it's just kind of cushy in Japan.
Or she could be exclusive to NXT UK.
Yeah. There's so many, yeah, actually that kind of fits perfectly for her since, well, she's a New Zealander, but like she's British and she goes to Osprey's house in England pretty often.
I think she stays with him in England.
Yeah. So, she could probably do something like, NXT UK and then, she could wrestle for, like maybe like another like Tokyo Joshi Pro Sendai Girls. Like there's a lot of companies in Japan.
Oh yeah.
What was it? There's Diana. I just found out about Diana, Rin Kadokura's organization that she's a champion part of.
Okay.
Diana, Choco Pro, like way too many.
Oh man, definitely. But yeah. So I was speaking about the Mercedes Martinez. Now we're seeing Raquel Gonzalez, and we're seeing Dakota Kai now becoming face. That face turn already. Yeah, and then Mercedes ends up being the badass heel. I don't know, man. I think we called it. I think Mike even called it himself. I think all of us did that. Eventually, we're going to see Dakota Kai turning on Raquel and going after that belt. So it looks like it's heading that direction, even though that it doesn't seem that way. But come on, we're analysts, we're opinionators. We kind of know how that shit rolls in WWE, especially in NXT. I mean, but yeah, Money Mike, do you feel that same way? Do you feel that direction is where they're going with? Should Mercedes be the next one in line, or who would you rather have to be the one Raquel facing for her first title defense?
Yeah, I feel Mercedes is a good option. She can work with anyone, to give Raquel that momentum, because the saying always goes that it's harder to keep the championship than to win it, right? So right now the title reign, she's gonna have to deliver as champion, and I feel Mercedes is a good starting point. So I think she's it. And as far as Dakota Kai, it's inevitable. It's going to happen.
Okay, all right. Do you agree with that, Don Calles?
It's the I think it kind of fits for them to get that title next. So it's very sensible. So I'll definitely agree with Mike.
Okay. And of course, we see Kushida, who, as of surprises us the last week, becoming the NXT Cruiserweight Champion. That was unexpected. Open challenge, of course, only Lorcan responded. Not a bad match. I actually enjoyed it. And Kushida really wants to represent this Cruiserweight belt for not just for the States, but for Japan as well. And for him to do open challenges, I like that. I think something new, something fresh for it. Why not? Like how Buster C, I guess you could say the Buster Cena one, like US Open Challenge, Cruiserweight Open Challenge. Why the hell not? Let's do it. And plus, Kushida's not bad. But I'm curious to ask Matt this question. Which is that about the match? The other follow-up one, are you happy that he changes the tire?
I gotta say, Kushida, it was pretty cool that seeing Kushida also cut the promo in addition to doing that match, and it was a pretty cool match all over. He's got him having open challenge to people is really cool. So I love that he kind of just stepped into the role right away without like not saying, "Oh, I'm not a good talker." Just like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna make it happen. It's the tradition of this cruiserweight title now. Now we're gonna and to be honest, I actually like that design of the cruiserweight title overall. I like the color. You know, it kind of
Do you
gives
like
it
his?
its own flair.
Did you like his attire? Did you enjoy his attire?
His look, yeah, yeah, he's getting away from the Marty McFly thing and back into, being a wrestler, you know. I mean,
No shoes, just like man, like a strong style, pretty much, like old school for me. I
yeah,
don't
and
know.
if he stayed with the Back to the Future thing, at least get like a doc, like Marty. Oh God, wubba lubba dub dub,
Have Robert Stone be Doc.
Oh my God, Robert Stone to be that Marty McFly.
I'm part of the Robert Stone wubba lubba dub dub.
Buddy Mike, how do you feel about that?
I love Back to the Future. I love that movie. All three of them. I grew up with that, and I kid you not, I saw that movie probably like 1,000 times throughout my lifetime now.
I live near the mall where it was shot.
I've been to that mall numerous times and driven around that same path. Fanboy right here. So, that tells you everything right there, that I really enjoyed seeing Kushida as Marty McFly, right? Or dressing up as him.
Or Marty McFly or Morty.
Or yeah, right. But it's time. It was cool. It was cool to see. I'm glad I got to see it. But yeah, he's got to do he's got to be, do his thing, right?
Mhm.
So you got to move on. Evolution is your solution.
Oh, I love that. You got to come back with a ride, Matt.
No,
What?
I actually jumped into the time machine travel thingy just to be like with that.
I
So
was expecting you to have a rebuttal for that.
no, I like it's a good new outfit for Kushida.
No,
It's
I was
just-
talking about his rhyme. He just rhymed right now.
oh yeah.
You were gonna add something.
No,
to the
I was rhyming in the future. I was rhyming in another dimension. That's why you guys couldn't hear it.
Multiverse.
Multiverse, right?
Multiverse, I'm sticking my tongue out for the audio listeners.
Then we go to another match that wasn't really like, hey, that's pretty much the Imperium versus Ever Rise, very short. Not nothing much to talk about there at all. Then we did get the main event, but I want to talk about that earlier segment for the main event, which was Kyle O'Reilly and Cameron Grimes. See how the Kyle O'Reilly promo when he came out, he came back, looks relaxed, looks like he's moving forward, looks like he's having a good time. And then like Cameron Grimes, promo with him, and then with the match happening, like
Cameron
okay.
Grimes,
I like-
celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate.
I mean, I'll ask you, Matt, how do you feel now that Undisputed Era is over? It's over with Adam Cole. I mean, I'll mention that in a little bit about what's
So
next
many
for
of them
Kyle
were-
O'Reilly,
In
but
Ring of Honor, so many of them were great as solo wrestlers.
Mhm.
They're kind of just out of that shadow. I can understand why they brought them in all together. They all knew each other, but it's really each of their time to shine as singles guys now, more or less. Because Roderick Strong, he had a whole rivalry, like a 2-3 match rivalry with Adam Cole in both New Japan and Ring of Honor. We're just seeing the NXT version of that same thing.
yeah.
And they just want to tell it differently. And it was kind of cool seeing like Cameron Grimes and Roderick Strong were exchanging kicks in that match. And you get to see kind of like a kick for kick type thing going on. Very aggressive match overall.
Oh, yeah, between Kyle O'Reilly and Cameron Grimes was yeah.
Yeah.
You were saying
Gonna
Robert
have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate with Cameron Grimes.
yeah. But then we did see, before he was going for his match, we see Karrion Kross already looking at him. Because he mentioned, he's like, oh, I might go for the North American Championship, or I might go for from the baddest man in the world, like Karrion Kross. I'm like,
That'll be
I don't
cool.
know.
That'll be cool. Roddy's a great worker. Don't forget Roderick Strong versus Okada. If he could work Okada, he could
Kyle
work Karrion
O'Reilly.
Kross.
Kyle O'Reilly.
No, I think both of them. No, in the outdoor event. What do you call it? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Kyle
but-
O'Reilly. But both of them could face him. Screw it. Let's make it happen. I'll be in there on a golf cart, eating calamari strips.
I was gonna say this is the first in a long time that we haven't had a cocktail drink together, Matt and myself. So we're having, he
Make
deserves it.
happen.
Yeah, I mean, Mike, he can't because he has to work tomorrow. Me too, but
Yes,
I
absolutely.
gotta work tomorrow,
Mhm.
but not till way later.
Okay, but yeah, Money Mike.
No, yeah, the way Orange Cassidy looked. I mean, sorry, Kyle O'Reilly looked, there was just something a little familiar about it, if you know what I mean.
I'm trying to think.
No, the whole internet went a buzz about how Kyle O'Reilly kind of dressed up like Orange Cassidy, and I guess I could see it and all that, but yeah, for me, I saw Undisputed Era. I liked what they did as a group. I'm liking their singles runs right now, or the beginning of it. It's still in the beginning, really, of what they can do. I wish I could, check out some of their ROH stuff. And, like Matt said, a lot of this stuff kind of already happened, right? And, so I got to do some history searching there. But, I got to do that.
Do you feel like Kyle O'Reilly should be the next one in line to get the NXT Championship?
To get it? No.
To get a shot?
Get a shot? Yes. I'm down. I'm with it.
But then him not winning it, though.
Oh, no. Karrion Kross is my boy. Yes.
Yeah, he deserves that long run. They can't strip him off it so soon.
I know. I agree. Because I don't know. I mean, I kind of want Kyle to wait a little bit. It's too soon. Why I say that? Because you lost twice to Finn Balor. Third luck's a charm. And then you won't get a shot ever again for a long run. I kind of want him to wait it out. I'd rather have him relax, build up some feuds like with Cameron. Great match, by the way. I love Trevor Lee anyways. I love how he works. They know each other anyways. I don't. Karrion Kross, who else could be in line? I mean, I don't know. That's the biggest question mark. I don't know if I want to put Kyle O'Reilly as of like right away, because then at the end it makes no sense. You're hyping it up, and then he loses.
Yeah,
you get me. So it's like it will hurt him more because he already had. It hurt him. I can't. We could disagree. I mean, agree to disagree. I don't think the first match ever hurt him between him and Finn. I think that's what made him. That's why they did that rematch. I think the second one kind of already did hurt him. Like, okay, that was it. That's just my opinion. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I don't know. I don't know to rush Kyle to get a title shot already is the right move.
If you tell me that, okay, cool. You got Kyle O'Reilly getting ready for the title shot right now, but because of that happening, Aleister Black is right here waiting for that. I'm down with that. So I'm cool if that happens.
Right? I mean, or even Ciampa be the one. I think Ciampa proved his point as well, especially with that match he had with Walter. Give him another shot as well. Why not? I mean, there's so much talent that you're able to give a shot to for the NXT Championship. I mean, why the hell not? I see Finn. I think we said it before. I mean, we see Finn probably going to the UK, challenging Walter now. Finishing that storyline they never finished and challenging it up. Maybe he'll first knock off Imperium one by one here in the States, and then go to Walter like, here, I came for that belt. I already have now one. Now I want that one. So like, oh yes, that'll be some good shit. Let's see. That's my opinion. But also, I want to give you good news though, Matt and Mike.
Yes.
I mean, you guys killed. Yes, you guys separated Retribution, but now they're unmasked for the first time. T-Bar and Mace are unmasked, and I love the fact how they play off. Oh my God, that was Dajakovic. That was Madden.
Oh my god.
I didn't know that. I'm
Oh,
like,
I didn't know this was hometown buffet.
Do it, Matt. Do it. You know what
Do
you're
it.
supposed to do.
You know what to do in the back.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Whenever you bring them up, we're going right to hometown buffet.
There you go.
Slap nuts.
Slap
And
nuts.
he's always gonna be
Right.
slap nuts to me.
T-bone steak.
Yes, absolutely. You could take you could take them out of retribution, but you can't take the retribution out of them.
Be like, I'm gonna tell my kids this was retribution.
Oh gosh. I mean, how ridiculous is that? That's like Mr. America type of nonsense. You know?
Jesus Christ.
We all know it's Hulk Hogan. So we all know it's
Djokovic and Dio Madden. We all knew them.
Yeah, we know. We knew.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. We knew. I told you.
We knew you were Santa Claus the whole time.
Wait.
I told you it was them. You didn't want to. Those masks worked on you. How crazy is that?
It was they're Santa Claus. You know, they brought Christmas presents.
Well, I mean, and by the looks of it, they might.
It was Emerald. We know it was BTS.
They might be the two new members of the Hurt business.
Oh,
so that could be. That's where it's aiming. That's where it's going to that direction. You know, MVP said, "I got nothing to do with it, man. I got nothing to do with it." But now with the unmasking, now this could be another two new members to the Hurt business. Is that a great move or not, Bunny Mike?
At this point, the Almighty needs all the help he can get, because odds are, in my opinion, McIntyre is walking out with that belt after WrestleMania Backlash. A terrible name. I do think McIntyre is going to get the strap back. So if he gets more hands, more people to help out, great.
Yeah. I mean, do you feel that this was an improvement for the Hurt business, like getting rid of Shet's? No, right?
No, of course not. No,
no.
It's no. Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander are the Hurt business.
Thank you. Matt Callis, how do you feel about that? Your two favorite people standing on the freeway, making some steaks, throwing some peanuts, whatever the hell they're doing. Jesus, man.
Emerald Lagasse and BTS joining the Hurt business, the Hurts Donut,
Hurts Donut, right?
Hurts Donut, Hurts business. There'll be Hurts Donut, Having donuts for breakfast tomorrow. Pull your nose, Hurts Donut. You want Hurts Donut? And they'll pull on their nose.
Right. And then you have the other two remaining members left to SmackDown, which is Slapjack and Slapnuts. Yeah, Slapnuts.
T-bone steak.
No, Jesus, Reckoning, Mia Yim. Please take away the mask, let her be herself. And why not? I think it's a perfect fit for her to be on SmackDown. Shane Thorne.
It's like Reckoning. Did you say Breckenridge? Like what?
I don't know what they're gonna do with Shane Thorne. I don't know if they're gonna unmask him or keep him as a masked guy. I hope not. I don't know. Do you feel that was a right move, Mike, that they moved him to SmackDown?
For Baconing, I think that it's a good move. We need more women in that roster. More, okay. I'm all glad for Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks and all that good stuff, but I feel like it's time to put in someone new in that division, and I think that Mia Yim could, help out there for sure.
And Shane Thorne, what are they gonna do with him?
That's a good question. I have no idea. Make him a disciple for Seth Rollins.
All right, or have him a tag team with Buddy Murphy. Why not? That'd be something.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
That'd be cool. I mean, that'd be cool to see. I mean, we don't know. We have no idea what. At this point, nobody knows what the hell they're doing, what direction they're going with. I mean, by seeing the last Friday Night SmackDown, I could tell you that Cesaro's next in line.
Yeah.
Shit. Is it too soon? Is the biggest question. No, right? Fuck it. Let him.
No, it's not too soon, but he's not going to win.
That's the problem that I hate.
Yeah, he's not going to win. You know, and it sucks to say, right? But at the end of the day, he's being put in a position where he wasn't before. Just a few months ago, you would not see him going for the Universal Championship on a pay-per-view.
No.
It's improvement.
Yeah. And then from there, could we see Nakamura, for God's sakes? Jesus Christ, where's Nakamura on his... Oh my God. We got to make a top 5 who should leave WWE. That's what we should do. That's like a must. And that's a must to do. Matt, talk to your boy Nakamura, man. He needs to leave WWE, man. He's
finally, and we get to get those dream matches, you know.
Right, he needs to leave.
Has he faced Omega?
Only in a mixed tag match.
That's it.
In New Japan.
When he was kind of like still fresh, still kind of green.
Then there you go. Have him go to AEW.
And New Japan at the same time.
Shit.
He could sign a Moxley deal. So because I want to see him against Jay White, you know. I want to see him against Ospreay too.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Those are all there was a lot of matches we know, and then he only faced Tetsuya Nakamura only faced Tetsuya Naito maybe like a couple of times, and Naito wasn't even the Los Ingobernables Naito yet.
Nah, he wasn't yet.
He was still the Stardust Genius Naito, so that's another match we need to see. We haven't seen yet. That's the one I'm waiting for. I'm drooling at Nakamura versus the current version. It's like how Stone Cold Steve Austin, he faced the Macho Man Steve Austin faced Randy Savage, but he was stunning Steve Austin.
Yes.
So when you face somebody before you transform into a different gimmick, or after you transform a gimmick into a different gimmick, like it's something that you miss. Like Sting versus Hulk Hogan.
Sting!
You know? Yeah, we never got to see Surfer Sting versus Red and Yellow Hulk Hogan. We saw Crow Sting versus NWO Hollywood Hogan. So
very true.
That it's one of the things that people wished for, like in the early 80s, that they wanted to see but never got.
By the way, I wanted to ask off the subject now, just to end it with this one. Did you guys see what they're trying to do now? The Stone Cold autobiography at A&E, and then the Treasure Hunt. Did you guys see that?
Have not seen Treasure Hunt though. What is that?
I've seen it, and I know what they're doing, and I know what they're up to.
All right, Mike, the floor is yours.
I have said this for some time now, and either they tapped my phone or they've hacked me. And please, WWE, if you're listening to this, don't release those pictures.
Oh my God!
Which ones. Let's not have another Charlotte or Paige thing going on.
I think I made a joke on Facebook about John Laurinaitis porno or something.
Oh God!
Oh God!
Okay.
Don't show them my pictures.
But I digress heavily. So, yes. So I've said for a while that there should be a physical location, Hall of Fame. You know, what they've done so far is they take everything and they move it to Access, to whatever town WrestleMania is at, and it's cool. You know, it's a cool thing, right? And I guess that's what they're happy with. But from the sense that I got from the show, from what Triple H was saying and Stephanie was saying, is that they're going to be building a location, a set location where these things are going to be showcased. So now they're going out and getting these valuable items from collectors. And as you see in the show, I don't want to spoil anything, but they're able to get some of the things back so that they could showcase them, right? And hopefully someday soon, they're able to open this place.
They already have a wrestling I mean, because there's like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There's like all these different Hall of Fames, baseball, all, football and whatever. So it's about time there's a physical location. You guys, there's no more, of course, WWE New York is long gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Long gone. So that physical location's gone. So it's good that they have that place again to be kind of like their store.
The only thing you have, and when it comes to pro wrestling, is the Luthez Hall of Fame. I'm assuming that where Bill Apter as well has his. Bill Apter has his street as well. He has his memorabilia as well as a photographer.
We love you, Bill.
Which, he was on Counted Out. Mike and Tyler, great. Shout out to them as well. Bill, I mean, that's the only pro wrestling memorabilia you have. I don't. When it comes to WWE, of course, there's none. But yes, they heard you, Mike. We've been saying it for a long time. You've been saying it for a long time. We do need a Hall of Fame. Like, we need we need a location to have all these memorabilia and all these artifacts that are away from the past that they have at the Stamford, Connecticut, at the warehouse, collecting dust. And even the WCW championships, the ECW ones, like from even the old territories, they have them. But they need to. I think they're planning ahead because once, no pun intended to Vince. I mean, not disrespectfully. Once he kicks rocks, then I think this is what they want to do. I'm like, yep. Because Vince should have thought about this years ago. I don't know why he never did.
Right.
But
yeah.
I never understood that. I don't know if it's ego and pride, but that would have been your ego and pride. Ha ha! I bought all these companies, and look at my museum of all these artifactuals of these companies that I bought. Ha ha! I own them now. It's mine. He could have done something like that, but I don't know. Yeah, he had the money. He has the money now.
If you open that place, you will be printing money. It's just, there's so many people that want to see a place like that, myself included. I'll go out there wherever it is. I'll go check it out.
It's got to be in Stamford. Has to be in Stamford, most likely.
I hope not. I actually hope it's in Florida.
I know, right? I hope so too. If it's in Florida, I'll be happy.
Yeah,
I will be happy in Florida. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. As we end here with part 2, episode 51. We will be back next week as we're going to go ahead and give our thoughts about Impact Rebellion. Who walked out with all the titles? And
New Japan Strong.
And also with that, who will be first crowned the New Japan Strong Style World Champion? That's what I'm looking forward to see. It's going to be Filthy Tom Lawler, Brody King. Who's it going to be? Woo, woo, woo.
Everything's connected now, folks.
Everything is in connection. Connection. Yeah. Yes. Also want to go ahead and thank all of our audio platform listeners. We'll go ahead and thank Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean. Thank you very much for listening us and tuning in. And thank you. Now we finally got some listeners from the UK now, finally. Besides you, James. I mean, we got somebody, shout out to the 90s Wrestling Podcast. But yeah, we finally get some listeners at least. From the UK. Still shout out to La Gente to India, of course, and of course all over the world, Switzerland, Germany, sprechen die Deutsch, guten Tag, yes.
Ich mag Deutschland und ich möchte Kaffee mit Zucker.
That's cool. Yeah. Definitely. Thank you very much. That's Jamaican, bro.
Yeah, shout out.
To translate, I just asked for coffee with sugar, please.
Yes. All right, that's what I'm going to need right now for this. But yes, once again, thank you guys very much for tuning in. By the time you guys are listening to this on a Friday morning, don't forget, tune in for New Japan as well. And don't forget also, we will get to you for our top 5, which is our top 5 U.S. champions. It doesn't have to be from WWE. It could be also from WCW, the NWA days. So it could be any territories.
New and old NWA.
Yes. Most definitely. We could definitely do that. And yes, once again, shout out to the League of Extraordinary Podcast. You know who you are. We much love you. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the DB Sport IBC.
Hold on.
Hold
I just
up.
want to say congratulations to Jeremy Prophet for getting the Jericho Award. You know?
Oh, that's right. That's
awesome.
right. Congratulations to Jeremy Popper getting the Jericho Award,
Yeah.
being the fourth, the member of having a session with Lance Storm, and I'm looking forward. Now that I'm looking forward to see Jeremy Popper now get more recognition, and for him to get his ass to here to the States and be an AEW with Chris Jericho, the good joke. So yes, once again, ladies and gentlemen, host of TV's One Ivan C, of course, with El Señor Don Calles, the one who loves slap nuts, loves T-bar, loves mace.
Well, of course, there are a bunch of Stamford stooges. I'll say we don't make a podcast here. Here at Circle of Debate, we make history.
All right, and also we have the man, the king of Sting, the master disaster, the man with the plan. That is Money Mike Lopez.
Money
Yeah,
by God,
right.
Lopez.
Money by God Lopez saying,
I'm saying fuck Jake Paul.
there you go.
He's an insect, and we're men amongst insects.
That's right. So that's why I'm going to let MGC close it out. Close it out, MGC. Let them know.
Goodbye and good night, bang.